Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. So before I get started, if you see anybody commenting with a phone number and it looks like me, it's not me. It's somebody impersonating me. They're a scammer. Ignore them, report them, or let me know and I'll report them. So let's start with your current energy. What's influencing you? What do you need to focus on? And your past? Your strength, near future, what else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? Hopes or fears, and your potential outcome. So looking here, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Judgment card. Now the Judgment card is that resurrection, rebirth energy. And so this feels like whatever action you're taking right now, keep moving in this direction because you are going through some sort of evolution. When I look at where you are right now, Magician. So the Magician's about manifesting what you want, your goals, your dreams. Page of Wands influencing it. So you're taking the action that you know aligns with those goals and dreams. I love this. In what you need to focus on, I'm getting the Emperor. And so the Emperor, it's Aries energy. It is my way or the highway. And so what the universe is really saying here, when you focus on what really matters, and you're doing that with the manifestation of your goals and dreams, taking action against that, stay true to it. Don't let yourself be distracted or taken off course. Showing up here in the past energy, King of Cups. And so the way that this is coming through, it's a lot of emotional growth. It feels like it's part of the journey. The way that this is coming through, you've done some healing work in the past and you got yourself to this point. It feels like an ascension. And you've gotten yourself to this point of emotionally grounding yourself, very mature in your approach to situations, but recognizing that your work isn't done yet. You're not quite in the Judgment card. And right underneath of that is the Hanged Man. So you're going through some sort of evolution, but it's an ascension. This is part of your ascension journey. You've got more work to do. And so showing up here in your strength is the Four of Cups. Now this is sadness and disappointment, but the way that you're using this is really to work through whatever else needs to be healed here. It's understanding that this negative emotion still exists. It's figuring out how is this applicable to you. What does this Ten of Swords not recognize, but what does it really mean here? Because it's showing up in the near future. And so there's some sort of event that's done. It's over. It happened in the past. But there's something connected to the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So recognizing that this still exists, that you're still holding on to some sort of pain. There's something about using this to your advantage so you can let it go. When I look at the external influences here, I'm getting the Page of Swords with the Nine of Swords. Now that Page of Swords is a very curious, inquisitive energy. With the Nine of Swords, it's the stress, fear, anxiety. The way that this is coming across, so it's connected to the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. It's getting into the details, understanding what led to the situation. What caused the negative energy, the negative emotions? Why are you still holding on to it? Because really with the Page of Swords, it's the clarity so that you can release it. You're not trying to carry this forward with you. The healing part of the ascension process is definitely in full swing, the way the cards are coming through. Eight of Wands showing up in the hopes or fears. So that's forward movement. It's quick movement, but it's also open, honest communication. You might find yourself inspired to talk about whatever this is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're healing from, because it feels like it's connected to this Ten of Swords. You might be opening up to people and telling them exactly what happened here, because I don't feel like a lot of people may know what happened here. You keep a lot of it close to yourself. And so this feels like you opening up, telling other people that this event happened and that you've done the work, that you're healing. So it's not that these people are kind of aware of it as you're working through it. It's more of as you're closing out of it, as you're releasing it out of your energy field altogether, you're opening up about it. And when I look at your potential outcome here, I'm getting the High Priestess. And so the High Priestess feels like your evolution, but from the King of Cups to the High Priestess, this is your ascension. And so it's trusting your intuition, but it's aligning with your higher self. So let's get more details here. And this video is going to be available on my TikTok at Tarot with Michelle. Same handle on YouTube, but the channel name there is Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. So tell me about that Magician with the Page of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is you creating your own abundance. Whatever these goals and dreams are that you have for yourself, a lot of it connects to just how you view yourself, the value you put against your own work, your own just person in general. This is why you're healing, because you know that you're worth more. Tell me about that Emperor. Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, that card of nostalgia, what you're doing right now and what you're aiming to do is really restore happiness within yourself. It's focusing on what really matters to you. And the healing process is part of what matters to you, because you want to feel whole. You want to feel happy and open and just ready for receiving all of your dreams, all of your goals here. With the King of Cups in the past energy, I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Part of your goals and dreams may be to align with another person long-term. So a marriage partner with that Ten of Pentacles energy. But first, you have to get to the Nine of Pentacles. You have to be ready for that kind of relationship. And it feels like all the work that you're doing right now is really lining up so that you can receive this type of stability, long-term opportunity with another person. With the Four of Cups here, I'm getting the Ten of Swords. These two did feel very heavily connected. What's happening is you're turning all the negative emotions around. You're working through them. You're not going to let this weigh on you anymore. You're not going to hold on to this anymore. You have this ability to take the negative and turn it into a positive. Sagittarius is a very optimistic zodiac sign. And so it's always looking for the silver lining, the bright side. And it's saying, you know what? This is holding me back and I don't want to be held back. That's just not me. I'm an adventurer. I want new. And so it's about letting go of all of this. It's channeling that optimism to release the negative. Tell me about that Ten of Swords in the near future. Chariot, Cancer energy, a card of success and victory. So letting go, it's going to happen here pretty quickly. It's connected to the eclipses. So definitely lean into that energy. Use it to your advantage. We have that full moon eclipse now, and then in 2 weeks, we have our second new moon in Virgo, which is a partial solar eclipse. So definitely lean into it with the healing, with the release. With the Page of Swords, I'm getting the Nine of Wands. Whatever this is, you're at the completion point. All the nines, these two nines showing up here, and even with the 10, that's a closed event. That's done. It's over. It's in the past. But here with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords, it feels like you're removing any last blocks and barriers to your happiness, to your next chapter. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. Temperance, and there you are. What you're doing is you're cutting away any kind of stress, fear, anxiety, or any kind of wound that still exists. You're doing the work to heal so that you can move on. The Temperance energy, it's all about emotional balance. And so what you're doing is creating an environment where you're building your own emotional balance so that you can go after what you want. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. Three of Swords. You're moving on from whatever happened in the past. The Three of Swords is some sort of heartbreak. And it feels like when you communicate it to other people, that's how they're going to see it. They're not going to see it as the Ten of Swords event that really was painful to you. So if you find that you're one of the few, because I'm not getting it for everybody, I'm getting it as a subset of the Sagittarians watching this video. But if you feel inspired and motivated to really open up around anything that happened to you, the way that you communicate it, it's not going to be as severe as you felt it. But you're moving on from it, and that's why it's coming through that way. Tell me about the High Priestess. Knight of Pentacles. You're learning a lot about yourself. You're learning to trust your intuition. I love the way that you're evolving. This is definitely your ascension. Healing as part of your ascension journey. So, Sagittarius, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.